Hey teachers! Oh, what's this? It's one of my new favorite mentor texts, and I cannot wait to share it with you. September is here, which means it's National Hispanic Heritage Month, which is an amazing time and opportunity for you to celebrate and honor your Hispanic students in your class and all throughout your school. Now, of course, we can do this every month of the year, but September is a special month, and I'm going to share with you some of my favorite Hispanic Heritage Month mentor texts that you can use in your classroom this month or all year round, and I think you're going to love these. So stay tuned. I've got some great ones to share with you and even more over at my blog, 𝗦ici𝗰𝗶𝗹.com. Welcome to the 𝗦ici𝗰𝗶𝗹 Harris Teaching Channel, where we share all things reading comprehension, reading focus, you name it. That's what we do here. So I'm so excited for you to be here today. We are working on going through and sharing some amazing brand new mentor texts for Hispanic Heritage Month. So I've got some great ones for you. Starting with Dear Primo, a letter to my cousin. I absolutely love this book because it is a fantastic way to compare and contrast life in the United States with life in Mexico or other Hispanic countries. This is actually written and illustrated by Duncan, and I'm sorry, I cannot say or probably pronounce it correctly, his last name, Tonatiuh. So anyone out there wants to let me know how to pronounce that correctly, because I, of course, want to do it justice, let me know. But he wrote this book, and he wrote another one that I'm going to share with you too. And his illustrations are very unique and vibrant and full of life. So I think they're very special. So Dear Primo, a letter to my cousin. When I first picked up this book, I thought, oh, like it's going to be written in letter form. Like it would be a great way to start working in, reviewing friendly letters, but it is not. But that's okay. The book itself is fantastic. So it starts out with friendly letter form, and you can see here in the pictures, Dear Primo Charlie, and it just kind of starts in the conversation. And there are Spanish words kind of next to pictures, so children can kind of learn some new Spanish words as they read through the different letters. So here you can see, he says, I live on a farm surrounded by mountains and trees. My family grows many things, such as maize, and then we can figure out, oh, what maize is. Oh, that's corn. We have a burro, pollos, and a gallo. Every morning, the gallo crows and crows. So there's great context clues in here as well, where if maybe you wanted to cover up a picture, you could work on some context clues and learn some new Spanish words. And then it flips to the United States. So here we say, Dear Primo Carlitos, I live in a city. So now we're comparing farm to city life. From my window, I can see a bridge and cars zooming by. I can see skyscrapers. Skyscrapers are building so tall they tickle the clouds. So there's some really great creative language in here as well. And like I said, the pictures are just so unique. So the story kind of goes back and forth like this. So now we're talking about school and how they travel to school. So it shows a subway for the cousin who's in the United States, and then the bike up here, of course, for the one who is in Mexico. And then we talk about sports. So like it really does a great job comparing and contrasting all different parts of life for these two cousins. I'm telling you, it goes into everything. So you really could use this book for a fantastic compare and contrast lesson. And then, of course, you want to bring your Hispanic students in on the conversation. Maybe they're not from this part of the Hispanic country. Maybe they're from a different Hispanic country. And so maybe they can share how, their experiences are either similar to those in the book or even more different. So you can kind of compare 3 different ways to help make sure you're including not just point of views from this one country. All right, teachers, I have another one, and we're going to jump right into this same author. When I first saw this book, I grabbed it immediately. I was like, I don't care what it's about. I see a dancer, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to dance. Danced for 21 years, believe it or not. And it was a huge passion of mine, and I still find myself choreographing to music when I'm listening in my head. So anyways, random tidbit about Sierra. But this one is called Danza, of course, which means dance. and it's about Amelia Hernandez and El Ballet Folclórico de Mexico. So the character in here, so this is historical fiction. The character in here was real, and it goes through her life, Amelia's life. She started out thinking that she would be a school teacher, just like her mom and her grandma, but she fell in love with dance, and her family fully supported it, and they got her the best teachers in the world to teach her, and she learned all different kinds of dance from ballet to modern. And the cool thing about this is the thing that got her in love with dance in the first place was seeing dancers on the street that were dancing dances from that area of the country. So very specific types of dances from their culture. And that's what she fell in love with. So once she got to this point where she was really good, she started choreographing and bringing in those types of dances that she fell in love with, those more folkloric type dances. And that's what she would choreograph, and people loved them. So she loved it so much that she actually opened up a company, and they traveled around learning the different dances from different countries all around Hispanic, all the different Hispanic countries and different regions in those countries as well. And they would put on shows and kind of combine her love of ballet and modern and these folkloric dances and everything. So it's a really cool story about her life and how she goes from, this little girl who just wants to learn ballet, and then like the company, the dance company, grew and grew and grew. Every year they ended up being world renowned, traveling all around the country, being invited to competitions and stuff like that. And she actually passed away in the year 2000, and her company is still open today, which is really cool. So you can easily take this and after reading it, go and Google. Find some videos of their dances. They are out there, and you guys could watch and see. In the back of the book, there's a quick author's note, a glossary, and some information as well if you wanted to check that out. I love that this book is about dance because I think that dance is a big part of culture, all cultures, and it's one that's not talked about. We go into talking about clothing and food and traditions as far as like celebrations, maybe even the music, but dance is not talked about as much as the others. And I love that this book kind of brings all of that to life. So again, this is called 𝗦nci𝗰𝗶, and I absolutely love this book. Definitely a must-have. All right, I'm going to share one more with you today. And then, of course, I have tons more that you can check out over at my blog, 𝗦ici𝗰𝗶teaching.com. There you'll find the links to all these synopses of all the books as well. And you can grab some to put in your classroom library to help celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month as well. Now, this one is absolutely adorable, perfect for early elementary. This is called 𝗦ici𝗰𝗶 and the Parade, and it is actually about Hispanic Heritage celebration, like what happens in the day of a celebration for Hispanic Heritage Month. And what's even more fun is it's written in rhyming, which, who doesn't love a rhyming story? So, and there, of course, are Spanish words throughout the story where students can use context clues to figure out what those words mean. So we're getting in some great vocabulary. So it's about this little boy, Pepe, and he wakes up. It's his first Hispanic Heritage celebration. So he's talking to grandpa, mom, and dad, kind of about their heritage and different memories they have. They get ready. And so it talks about the different clothing, which I absolutely love. I think that's a big piece of it. And then they go out. And so it just kind of goes throughout their day and talks about the different things that they do in the celebration, talking about this is another part of this book that I love. He sees a lot of other Hispanic students from his school. And so it goes into detail about where they're from. And so I love that because sometimes we think, Hispanic equals Mexico when there are, I think 15 other countries. That number may not be correct, but I think it's around there. So it goes into, all the other countries and the kids that are from there. So Dominican, Colombia, Honduras, Nicaragua, Chile, Puerto Rico, Guatemala, Cuba, and then, of course, Mexico. So I just think that's really unique that this book really goes into detail about how and what their celebrations look like, the fact that there are more countries, outside of Mexico that we need to make sure we're celebrating and learning about. But super cute book to help introduce Hispanic Heritage Month. Again, fun little rhyming. You can do a lot of fun activities with this one too, but I definitely would grab this one for your classroom library. Pepe and the Parade. It is written by 𝗦ci𝗰𝗶 and pictures by 𝗦elle Ortega. So definitely a must-have. So friends, I showed you 3 of my favorites today. And like I said, I have more. So you're going to want to head over to my blog. Make sure to check out the other suggestions that I have as well. And pick out 1 or 2 to share with your class this month, because September is Hispanic Heritage Month. I hope you enjoy the books. I hope you enjoy celebrating with your students. And I will see you soon for another episode on Sierra's Teaching Channel. Thank you so much.